My arms have always been my strong point, but this is how I'm going to start out with the triceps. Triceps, by the way, have 3 different heads. This particular exercise is called tricep press downs. This works the outer head of the tricep, and this is the way it's done. I take the bar, hold it here, I keep the arms close to my side. I press it all the way down, hold the bar down for like a count of 2 seconds. Bring it up slow, and only bring your arms to about this point, and push it back down again. It should be done in a continuous motion. This is what we call continuous tension. And I do about 4 sets of about 10 to 12 repetitions. That's tricep press downs. Again, it works the outer part of the tricep. It's a very good exercise. I recommend to do it. This is a variation of the tricep press down. The only thing we're doing is we're using one hand, but instead of attacking the triceps, the outer head, now we're going to work the inner head. And you always have to remember the tricep takes up 2/3 of the arm. So you have to try and work this muscle from all different angles. This is the way you do it. This we call reverse tricep press downs. As you notice, you see the tricep from the inside working. I prefer to do about 3 sets of about 10 reps of this exercise. Remember, you hold the bar down just like you were doing tricep press downs. Hold it to about a count of 2. Then bring it up slow and bring the arm right to here. Remember, try not to go past this point and don't let your arm rise this way. Otherwise, you're going to start taking the tension off the tricep and putting a little bit more on the shoulders. That's what you don't want to do. Okay, now, here, now, working from the other side. Although you see the outer part of the tricep working, this exercise, again, concentrates more on the inner part of the tricep. Okay, it's a very good exercise for the triceps, and this is one of the parts of my arm training program. The final movement in the tricep program is tricep presses. Most bodybuilders know it as the French press. It's an exercise that builds the inside part of the tricep. Now I'm going to demonstrate how I do it. I do about 4 sets of anywhere from 8 to 10 repetitions. The important factors of this exercise is you start off at this position, you bring your arms down, slightly behind your head, and push it up. Down and up. Down and up. When you find you can't do any more straight up, do it like this. Okay. And that's the final exercise in the tricep program. Again, it's called tricep presses, better known to most bodybuilders as the French press. The next body part is biceps, which is probably the most strongest point in my physique. The first exercise we do from biceps is called barbell curls. I prefer to use an S-bar. If you don't happen to have an S-bar, you can also use a straight bar. This exercise is basically for working the belly of the muscle. This is what we call the bulking movement of the arms. It's performed like this. I grab the bar like this. I keep my feet about shoulder width apart. I start off with my arms straight, and I curl up. And remember, keep your back straight. Do not use your back while you're doing the exercise. The idea is to keep the stress on the biceps at all times. I do about 4 sets of anywhere from 8 to 10 repetitions. The next exercise is called preacher bench curls. This is what we call a Scott curling bench. It was invented by a gentleman who was a 2-time Mr. Olympia winner named Larry Scott. He's had one of the greatest pair of biceps in the world. I kind of fashioned myself after him. This exercise is done in this fashion. What it does is it helps give your bicep more of a peak. It helps keep you more strict, helps keep you pressed against the bench, so you can't use anything but your biceps. It gives you that long look in the bicep appearance and helps give you a slight peak on the bicep. You take a weight that isn't really too heavy because it's not really a heavy-weighted movement. The idea is to really concentrate on this movement and to work the arms thoroughly through a full range of movement. This is the way you do it. Bar like this. By the way, I like to use a curling bar. If you don't have a curling bar, a straight bar will be okay. Some people like to use a straight bar. And this is the way you do the exercise. If you notice, you'll see how the biceps are working. From the top to the bottom. I do about 4 sets of about 8 to 10 reps. This is one of my favorite exercises, preacher bench curls. The next and the final exercise we're going to is concentration curls. This is the third and final exercise of the bicep program. This is probably the exercise that makes the bicep look the most impressive. It's called the concentration curl. It helps give you that nice peak on the bicep that most bodybuilders would like to achieve prior to contest time. This is the way the exercise is done. I like to do this exercise more or less as a finishing movement, so I'll only do about 3 sets of about 10 repetitions. The exercise is done like this. You grab the dumbbell, you start it from what we call the supination position. You bring the bicep up like this and down. First of all, I'll show it to you from the front. Like this and down. Like this. And remember, you want to keep your arm straight. You don't want your shoulder to move. You want to keep in a straight position, just like this. Just your biceps is doing the movement. So it's very important that you take a weight that's going to be good enough for you. If you notice, you'll see how it peaks the bicep. Very little shoulder movement is involved in this exercise. And that's what we call concentration curls. It's probably one of the most impressive exercises you can do, and it'll make your arms look the most impressive when you're standing in front of those judges come contest time.